So the plan is today is to just going to pre-bait some swims for chub. I was just walking past this carp lake and I just realised it does say there's a few pike in here, so I have brought my pike gear to try some of the other lakes. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to give a. I've got some food, small roach and some smelt. I'm just going to do that old wobbling technique and just see if I can get one out of here. But there's a few carp in here. I've got to try and find the river here. I've got some maggots. I've got some boilies. So I'm just going to toss in a few swims and just let them simmer for a few hours, and I'll move in there later on this afternoon. That's the plan anyway. So this is the river, and let's see if there's a walkway down to it. There's a bit of a walkway there. What do you reckon? I'll probably disappear through the bloody... disappear into the river in a minute. This looks quite sort of... bloody hell. There's one swan here, quite close. Where's the edge of the bank? Nice steady flow. Looks deep. Looks pretty damn good. It's on a bit of a bend here. Yeah, I don't know whether you sort of want to cast upstream or just put it there, or this tree's a bit of a nuisance if he sort of dives in there. But alright, let's give it a go for... toss a few of these out. If anybody comes up to grab them, probably not, but it'll look quite good, doesn't it? You can just get in and have 20 minutes, do you know what I'm saying? At night time, you really, when it's dark, you want to sort of set yourself up and just sort of sit tight and wait for them to sort of have a feed. But there's not too many places you can sort of get in here casting wise. You can flick things underarm, like there. You could probably flick things underarm. Let's have a little look, because it's quite good access. Not much space, but looks quite shallow. That far bank looks like that's the deeper side because it's all smoothed out the soil. But yeah, not ideal if you've got a fish on. Yeah. Worth a go, I suppose. So I've dumped off some bait for later on. The sun's a bit bright. The sun's a bit bright. It's about, I don't know, it's about 11 o'clock probably. I'm guessing, half 11. So we're going to have a go for a pike now for a few hours at this lake here. There's meant to be some in there. And then we'll get the chub gear. So we're just wobbling a roach. Not fished this lake before. Says there's a few pike in here. Doesn't surprise me. How big I don't know. Because I'm wobbling, I've only got one hook. I can't strike straight away. Just looking behind it, see if there's anything. The bait's still frozen, you see, so it's not acting as good as it could do. But that'll slowly fall out now. Just got one treble in the top, so if I do get a take, all you do, you just let him have it. You just take the flip the bail arm, flip the bail arm off and just let him have it. Let him sort of get those trebles inside his mouth, so for when you do strike. 12-pound line. This is a 10-foot sort of heavy spinning rod, really. This is actually a travel rod, but I find it's good for dead baiting. It's good for this sort of fishing. I find it's 12-foot rod's a bit too long for doing this, and I don't really want to take my expensive bass rod with me doing this, because you generally sort of can be in a bit of a hurry and difficult swims, and you know, it doesn't take a lot to. This rod's quite robust. You could probably survive sort of a tread on or something weird like that. So it's caught in something there. Can't see it. Got some weed around it. Bit of shitty weed. So I put some cotton around it too, and the cotton looks like that's fallen off a little bit, which is not good. Which is not good. But it's in the head okay there, so that's in the head okay there. Like I said, we've got a few other ones. I might just put some more cotton around it. Might just do that. The pike. Pike number 2. Excuse me while I wind it in a bit. Could be 10. Could be. Nice fish. I don't know, it's about 8-9 pound, something like that. Beautiful fish. Beautiful. Fairly solid, right? Out there. Yeah, he's just tapering away off that. Yeah. I just don't know how big that is. Just lost another one. But thrash about a bit. That's into my dead baits. That could be 7 or 8 pound. No, 7, 6. Oh, there's the dead bait. Let's see if I can get that back. Let's see if we can. Might go a bit berserk when I show him this net. There you go. Not too bad. Where's my that's quite a nice pike. There's my size pike. That is about £8, I'm guessing. £8. I know. Oh, fucking hell. Right. There you go. Beautiful colour set. Beautiful. Right, he's got to go back. He can't go back. Look at that. Nice fish. Found somewhere. Big one. Oh. Just saw him grab it. I'd say it's about, oh, I just saw him sort of grab the dead bait. Big styly. Of course, better when it's quiet. I caught him off just off this point here. He grabbed it just down here. I lost one just out here. Had a fault in my rig. Had like a clip in there, which I clipped the hook, the treble to, but I thought that'd be alright just for a small pot. I just struck and that just pulled out. So, you know. They said there was pike in here. Anyway, we got one in the end. Got one in the end, man. But now we're out of dead baits apart from this abomination here. I'll just have a... Oh, bloody hell, he's been absolutely hammered. That might be alright if I put some cotton around it. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go, mate. Well, that wasn't a bad little session at all. Wobbled dead bait. Wobbled smelt. See, when it's so clear like this, it's like they can just home in from a long way away. They sense the vibration and away they go. But there seems to be, there's a nice shelf here, so the sun's there, but it's dark. You see, very clear. It's not very deep, but there's nothing up that end. I tried up this end, that up there, but there's not many swims. You see. See, if you look, all those reeds, that's the nearest swim. See a small little pit. There might be a couple of swims around this way. I'm not going to walk around that way, but in this area here, if you can get this spot at the weekend and just dead bait out there, you might pick up a double figure one like that. I'm guessing one of those fish was probably 10. I'm guessing. I didn't measure it, but one of them, as you can see on there, it looked very similar to one of the other ones I had on the bigger lake. But there's a few in, there's loads in here. And they're quite aggressive as well. I've had 4 takes in here, 4 or 5 takes off just like 2 remaining dead baits. So I'm just putting back on. I mean, the last take was, you know, it didn't even have a fucking head left on it. So it just goes to prove good fun. I mean, I know they're not huge fish, but that's still, you know, considering I just spent 2 days dead baiting and bugger all on one of the other lakes. You know, looking for a lot bigger fish, and you come. But this does say this one's got a lot of pike in it, or it's got pike in it. Pike is something they have in here. But for them ones to be in there like that, there must be quite a lot of fish in here. Come on, yeah. Magical. I love times like this. That's I've been really sulking and sort of struggling today. Yesterday and the day before, to get any sort of concept on what's sort of been going on, and then all of a sudden you you come in a spot. That's all that is, you know, you just keep going. Try that next swim. I mean, I walked up here not with any confidence at all. The first cast, bang, they're just here. They're here. I'd carry on fishing if I could, but I got no other. Didn't bring the spinner. I had my hand on the spinner this morning, and I said I'm not taking it. I'm going to wobble dead baits. Not going to go on a spinner. Just what a spoon, copper spoon or something here. Look at that. Beautiful. It's not very deep. I don't know what's like in the middle, but it's not very deep around here. But they just hide in the weed. They just sort of, they submerge in the weed with almost their eyes just up. You know, there's a bit of predation nowadays. I think the pike will just hide in the weed, and when they pick up some vibrations of a fish, they'll just shoot up and grab it. I mean, I was watching my dead bait coming in here, and I could see it as it was white, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared, and I could just feel the take, feel something just lock up. So I straight away knew that it's true what was going on. But I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, probably had 4 or 5 takes from here in an hour. That's bloody good, really good. And that's just a single treble, using cotton to keep the dead bait on around the treble, and for its stomach. The stomach sometimes sort of starts to explode when it smacks the water, especially a smelt. But that's pretty much it, and that's as far as you can get it. That's about 10 or 12 pound line, 10-foot spinner. That's it. It's all the gear I got. Forceps, got a little matlet for them, 2 dead baits, can of coke there. That's it. Beautiful spot, beautiful spot. Don't know what's over here. Well, the sun's going down a bit, so now it's time to go for a chubby. We've baited up the chub areas, some boilies and bits and pieces. I've got some cheese paste. I'm just going to sort of sit there and do that for 2 or 3 hours. Have an hour in the dark and see if I can get one. Be good, won't it? Be a good day if we do, I tell you, because we've had some good pike there. I've had 2 close to 10, I would say. 1 maybe 10, the other about 8, I would say. So all in all, that's pretty good. That's pretty good fishing from where I come from. Not bad. Just waiting for that bite. Oh, come on, boys. Where are you?